How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Bullock with the 20 Baseball. Reporting on your weekly baseball news, and I know Yankee fans, you're going crazy because Machado is still on the open market, and apparently the New York Yankees aren't anywhere near involved. All they did was basically take him out to dinner, and they haven't even put an offer on the table. Supposedly, Chicago has an 8-year lengthy deal on the table. No specifics have been divulged. Philadelphia, assuming they're still interested in him, might be an issue, but at this point, the main obstacle is the White Sox. Harper is supposedly their top target after everybody's heard about the 8-year offer. And I wonder what the Yankees are probably willing to do. Maybe 5 years of money up front, options, like, that sort of a thing. And you can't blame the guy if he gets a way better offer with more guaranteed years from Chicago. Because they're on the up, man. Indians are looking to trade some of the more expensive pieces. Honestly, I don't know why they're dangling Kluber. Probably just to see if they can just rip a team off at this point. But they have him for I think 2 or 3 more years at a reasonable salary. So most likely Bauer's going to be dealt, and they're probably still going to be the favorites just by default. But if Chicago can accelerate their youth movement, especially with this signing, the issue is always going to be with them the pitching. As of this moment, their pitching is just horrible. Now you got the Twins hoping to get some 1-year bounce back years from guys like Shoop. Picked up C.J. Cron at an underrated year for the Rays, and they signed Nelson Cruz to another 1-year friendly deal. So, at this point, guys, it's really weird to say that the Yankees are still interested because they're not showing as much interest as these other teams. Not even close. They just want to sign them on their own terms. The Stan contract certainly didn't help with the flexibility. The Ellsbury contract, it's to this day, man, it's affecting this deal. It affected the Yankees getting Verlander and acquiring Gray, deciding to trade for Gray over him, and it's kind of just affected a lot of the other big money moves they could have made potentially in terms of pitchers. But in this particular offseason, it's affecting the whole Machado thing. If Ellsbury wasn't on the team, he would have been signed. They would have traded Andujar for Kluber or Bumgarner. They could do that right now if they want, man. They could all this talk I hear about Bumgarner going to the Brewers makes no sense to me because the Yankees could easily top their offer. Whatever combination of ready-made major league players they might ask for, man. I'm not saying give him Andujar and Torres, but you give him Andujar and Luis Gill and a couple other high-end arms in the minors. That should easily be better than what the Brewers can offer. So, if they end up making that deal, there's no excuse. That has nothing to do with financial flexibility. It's just for some reason the Brewers getting the drop on everybody else. When trades like that are made, it's weird to me because everybody knows that these teams are trying to work out a deal. And you can easily interrupt them for the Yankees. If I'm Cashman, I can easily call the Giants' new GM, Sahid or whatever his name is, right? And just literally, how can they top an offer basically headed by Andujar? Like you can't top that. Headed by him, they don't have a major league ready player that they can offer unless you're going to throw in Hater. They could give him hypothetically Andujar, Green, and a couple of top guys. Brewers wouldn't be able to top that. Get a potential third baseman, potential closer, a couple of top guys. You got at least two guaranteed prospects. But yeah, I digress. Anyway, guys, basically DJ LeMahieu is here because we're all not expecting Troy Tulowitzki to be healthy, and he probably would have been a Yankee, whether Machado's with the team or not, to be honest, man. But this is basically just a common sense move in terms of that. It's a sure-handed glove. He's an okay bat. He makes contact. He's not a high strikeout guy. And look, man, he's getting a lot of money up front. I get that, guys. But it's 2 years. You can't argue with a 2-year deal, no matter how much you may argue he's worth on an annual basis. And he's insurance, man. Tulowitzki isn't gonna play every day. You might not get Didi back. Who knows? Maybe it might be complications in the Tommy John recovery, and he's out for the year. And then if you hadn't signed LeMahieu in the middle of the season, you would have been screwed. You would have had to trade for another low piece depth guy like a Shane Robinson of the infield or somebody like that. You never know. Tyler Wade, this might be his year. He might come through and, he has all the ability in the world, but he can't hit. He couldn't hit his way off a freaking island, dude. He's horrible at this point with the bat. But the depth helps. They're giving more professionally proven depth in LeMahieu, and they still might sign Machado. If they do, they might as well get Bumgarner, in my opinion. If you sign Manny Machado to 5 years, assuming he really wants to be a Yankee that bad and win, let's be honest, guys, nobody gives a fuck about winning. It's all about the money up front, at least nowadays for the majority of these players, more so than I ever remember. And it makes sense, man. You busted 7 years, got lucky, got fortunate. You did your Tommy Brady dues, and you're looking for your big and probably only payday. It makes sense, man. But I just hate when players talk about how they're all about the winning, and then they end up just signing something that was just bested by 2 or 3 years. You know, I mean, To me, it shows he really didn't give a fuck about winning. It's not like Cano where he's blown away by the Mariners' offer is substantially better than the Yankees, if you know what I mean. At that point, you'd have no choice to take that, or your family would probably kill you. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. I still think the Yankees are in this, and it wouldn't shock me at all if they announced tomorrow that Machado's a Yankee. It really wouldn't. And this is not a bad problem to have when you have too many good players for positions, man. It sorts itself out. People get hurt. You can trade people for additional depth. You can sort this all out in spring training. If somebody from the bullpen gets hurt, you can trade one of these guys for a depth piece. Same thing with the starting pitchers. A lot of time, a lot of pieces. And this is a really good team. And at this point, it's all about getting to the postseason and playing hot at the right time. That's all this is about. You're going to get a couple of more chances with this core, man. You're going to get probably 4 or 5 more years if he plays it right. And at that point, you're just rolling the dice. You're guaranteed a postseason spot basically via the wild card division, assuming major injuries don't destroy the team. And even then, they might be able to handle that because I've seen Cashman handle major injury-ridden Yankee teams with far less depth, and he's still been able to make the postseason. So at this point, it's kind of hard to root against this team. It's all about getting hot in the postseason. If they win the World Series without Machado, it'd be even sweeter. I gotta admit, but yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Bullet Go 320 Baseball is out. Be safe. Have a good one. Take care, guys.